So you received the instructions from the US Embassy that you can go ahead and schedule your fiancé visa interview. You're super excited, but you get into the online account to schedule an interview and it says no interviews available. What do you do? Hi, I'm attorney Megan Pastrana of Immigration for Couples, and my firm is dedicated exclusively to helping couples across the nation and across the world in navigating the US immigration process. So, part of the fiancé visa process involves a U.S. embassy or U.S. consulate interview abroad. And for most countries, the fiancé visa applicant has to schedule his or her own interview once you receive instructions from the embassy or consulate to do so. And each country has, even though it's all U.S. immigration, each U.S. embassy and consulate in each different country kind of has its own requirements and policies and procedures. But for the most part, there's an online portal. Sometimes it's a different portal depending on the country, but you'll get onto this online portal and you'll pay a fee, or you'll have to go to a bank and pay a fee and then get on and upload the receipt and schedule your interview. So when you get into that account, though, you might see that it won't let you pay the fee, or it'll give you a calendar and say, sorry, you're supposed to schedule, but there's no interviews available. And I understand for a lot of couples, all of our clients included, it's really stressful, it's really frustrating when you get in there and you're ready to go and there's not any appointments. And sometimes you might find that you'll be checking for days, weeks, sometimes months for an interview to become available. And I've had a lot of individuals ask me recently on the live event that I host every week, answering questions from couples who are going through the immigration process. I've had a lot of individuals asking, what can I do? I've been trying for weeks and I can't seem to find an appointment available. It keeps telling me the same thing. So I have a few tips for you, tips and things that we use for our own clients. And checking every day, different times of day, will really be the key. I know that that's not ideal, but the reality is that U.S. embassies and consulates will open up interviews sometimes at the very start or very end of the month. That's the other tip, is definitely checking more regularly during the start and end of a month when they're likely to release more interview dates. Sometimes, though, there can be cancellations during the month and more slots open, so that's why it's really important to be checking every day, multiple times a day. So there really, unfortunately, is not a magic solution outside of checking regularly. That's what we do for our clients. We have a team member who is assigned to doing that and checking multiple times a day for all of our clients and grabbing up an interview as soon as one becomes available. Our clients will also check, so we are all checking at different times a day, multiple times a day, for that interview to become available. And something else that you can do is reach out to your congressional representative. We do that too. You can reach out to your state senator, to your congressional representative, let them know. And we've been doing that on a more regular basis because we have seen this happening more often where interviews aren't available and we have to check for weeks. Is reaching out to the congressional representative and expressing your concern and frustration with the system and asking them for help to liaise with that with that consulate or embassy, having them liaise with that U.S. embassy or consulate and asking them if they can provide any guidance or help in scheduling that interview. Oftentimes the embassy or consulate will say exactly what I said: keep checking, keep trying. But it is important to let your representatives know the experience you're having in the immigration system and encouraging them to advocate for change, because the system is it is a little or a lot broken, and when it comes to scheduling interviews, and that really does need to be fixed. But best of luck to you. Keep checking. I hope you get an interview scheduled soon. I hope that this was helpful. I invite you also to check out our free resource center at immigrationforcouples.com.